Hello friends, I am Jenny. Welcome to Gardening with Creekside and our weekly nursery tour. It is mid-October here in Dallas, North Carolina, and we got some really fun plants in yesterday. We have a great wholesale supplier here in our region, and I had the absolute most fun ordering a lot of shrubs and then a couple of perennials from them. So we're going to walk through and show you some of those fun new things that we got, along with things that we grew here at Creekside Nursery. Some plants that are just looking fantastic, all sorts of fun things. So grab your favorite beverage, get your gardening journal out, get ready to take some notes, and let's start talking about plants. I will say that it is a Saturday morning and we are open, so if you see people coming in and going, those are just employees, just ignore them, just pay attention to me and the plants, and everything else will be fine. Now, the first thing that we have is this beautiful shrub right here. This is a really fun, neat, new for us, certainly not new in the world of horticultural. This is Mount Airy Father Gilla, and I practiced on this. It is a native shrub that you might know as a bottle brush. Now, right now, it's just a nice looking green shrub, but this is a dwarf Father Gilla, and it will only get to be about 3 to 6 feet tall and wide. We'll put all the information up there in case I get anything wrong. It is extremely hardy, a nice range of growing zones, but what is so fun about this is that in early spring, before it even puts out any kind of leaves, is it does these beautiful white bottle brush blooms, and those will last, and then the foliage will come. It will provide a great interest, say if you want to do it like in the back of a border, and then in the fall it will turn beautiful reddish colors, nice fall colors. So this is a fun one. We are going to be incorporating this into some new beds that we're going to be doing here at the nursery. So again, really fun, neat, different shrub than what we've offered in the past. So we grabbed those and had fun with those. Coming on down, of course, this is not, we've had this for a while because we are growing this. This is the new hydrangea from Proven Winners. This is Firelight Tidbit. Now, Firelight Tidbit is basically the mini version of the Firelight, which I have grown for several years in our landscape and love and adore it. Now, as Jerry is showing you those blooms, the reason that we have a lot of creamy white blooms this time of year is because we planted these shrubs in, I want to say it was July. So the creamy white blooms are not going to be typical for this time of year. What is going to be typical are these beautiful rose-colored pink blooms. Firelight Tidbit and Firelight are one of the few panicles that will reliably turn pink for us here in the South. Limelight, Little Lime, those will turn pink in the fall for our folks who have cool nights. Our nights are so hot and humid that a lot of times those will just go from like a cream to a lime to a brown. Firelight and Firelight Tidbit turn that pink, and Tidbit is a nice little tiny one. It's only 2 to 3 feet tall and wide. So it is perfect for landscapes. If you want to put them like in the front of your bed, it's perfect for containers. Lots of options. It is a panicle, so it does need those sun environments. So at least at a minimum, I would say 4 to 6 hours or more of sun. Fantastic. Now, another fun one that we got was Camellias. Us Southerners do enjoy our Camellias. And so this is one by Southern Living. This one is Early Wonder. Now, Early Wonder is going to be, there's two types of Camellias. There are Sasanquas that bloom early, first like kind of in the fall to Christmas, and then there are Japonicas. This is a Japonica. Japonicas will bloom basically kind of from January-ish anywhere through to the spring. Early Wonder is a sun-loving camellia. It has a gorgeous double pink bloom, very reminiscent of like a rose bloom. It is absolutely gorgeous. This guy will get 6 to 8 feet tall, 4 to 6 feet wide. So it's going to be a little bit more tall and narrow than it is wide, and it is zones 7 to 9. So camellias are one of those things that us folks in the South, it's one of the few plants that the Southerners like, woo, we have gorgeous flowers in the wintertime. So we do love these. Of course, camellias are evergreen, but I just wanted to show you this early wonder because that bloom is just, oh, magnificent. And in those kind of those dreary months of January, February, March, we need a little something extra in our garden. So this is when this one will be blooming. We were able to grab some other camellias that are a little bit more shade tolerant, so we have those over in the pines. So if you are local and you are looking for both camellias or rhododendrons, we have both of those. And because those are, I don't know, for whatever reason, they're kind of hard to get right now. So we were able to grab some up and we have them. I am so excited about this hydrangea. You may have heard about it and you may have not have. This is brand new from Proven Winners. And as far as I know, it is the only one on the market. This is a cascading hydrangea. This is Fairy Trail Bride. Now, of course, it's in the fall, it's not blooming. Fairy Trail Bride is, like I said, the first cascading hydrangea that I'm aware of. It is hardy in zones 7 to 9. So again, it's for the southern climates. This beautiful thing will be a 4x4 bush shrub. Now, because Fairy Trail Bride blooms on both old wood and new wood, Proven Winners recommends that you not prune it at all, because no matter when you prune it, you're going to affect the blooms at some point. So when you're picking out a space to put this hydrangea, you want to have ample room for it to grow to its fullest maturity where you don't prune it at all. So again, 4 feet tall, 4 feet wide. It is going to be a sun-loving hydrangea, but with a lot of hydrangeas in the southern climates, if you can give it a break from the afternoon sun, that hot, intense afternoon sun, then that would be fantastic. It will perform a little bit better. They do gorgeous white blooms on it, hence the bride part. Kind of reminds you of a lace cap bloom, but it's really just its own interesting bloom unto itself. Again, I've been excited about this, been waiting for this, and then when our sweet folks had it on their availability list, I grabbed it up, and yesterday we had a couple of great customers coming in, and when they saw it, they were so excited and they grabbed them up as well. So if you are interested in this, again, this is not a sales tactic, but folks who are close by, I would highly recommend you come get them, because I'm not sure how long they're going to last and the availability, and these are beautiful 3-gallon shrubs. So Fairy Trail Bride. Now, if you were looking for another fantastic hydrangea, now this is not new, but this is a great one. Again, from Proven Winners, this is Gatsby Gal. Gatsby Gal is a fantastic oak leaf hydrangea that you can see. They're called oak leaf hydrangeas because their leaves look like oak leaves. Now, Gatsby Gal is going to be a little bit more of a sun-loving hydrangea. She is going to be 5 to 6 feet tall and wide. She is hardy in zones I can't see, so we will put that up on the screen. She is more sun-loving than what you think of your traditional oak leaf hydrangeas. If you will remember my mama's oak leaf hydrangea from that tour we did not too long ago, hers was massive. That was kind of an old-timey one. This is had a little bit more breeding into it, so she can handle more sun. Beautiful creamy white blooms that will have fantastic fall color. Even the leaves on the oak leaf will have great fall color. So got the Gatsby Gal, and Gatsby Gal really does perform quite well in our southern climate. I have it back at the patio, and she is in full sun, sun up to sundown, and she is doing great. Another one that I was so excited about, native azaleas. Don't know if you are familiar with native azaleas. This is Gibraltar. Now, again, if you've been around us for any length of time, you know that we are big Clemson fans. And so, of course, I love Gibraltar because it has these gorgeous, vibrant Clemson orange blooms on it. In fact, sweet customers of ours gave me a Gibraltar a year ago, and I put it in the garden at the house, and she only had a few blooms her first year, but they were absolutely gorgeous and stunning. Now, native azaleas are different than traditional azaleas in the fact that they are, one, they are deciduous. So yes, they will completely lose their leaves in the fall, winter time. This one is going to be part shade. So part shade, so that's about a half a day of sun. If you have it in the hot afternoon sun, if you can just kind of make sure it gets a little bit of water. But once they're established, they're pretty drought tolerant. So they're pretty easy to go. This will be 6 to 7 feet tall, 3 to 4 feet wide. We'll have all the specs up there on the screen for you. But native azaleas are fantastic. It just brings a whole different whimsy to your garden. Of course, they're going to be one of those early spring bloomers. It's kind of a once and done, but when they bloom, they are magnificent. So this is just a lot of fun. If you want to add something different to your garden, then you might want to think about the native azaleas and this Gibraltar. All right. Ooh, let's talk about the North Poles. North Poles, and of course we have sprinters. We got some sprinters in. This is one of our best sellers. It's a great boxwood from Proven Winners. Very easy. Now, North Pole arborvitae. It again is from Proven Winners. These are 7 gallons, and these are nice sized trees already. So North Pole obviously is going to be an evergreen. You can use them as a screen, or you can use them as a specimen tree. Either way that you want to do it. They are going to be for sun in zones 3 to 7. Now, I know that we are a zone 7B, so we are right on the line for these guys, but they have proven to do really well in our climate. They are going to be 10 to 15 feet tall, 3 to 5 wide. So if you need something narrow, but to fill in a little bit of height, but not like a massive tree, the North Poles might be a great option for you. And so we have them, very disease resistant, pest resistant, easy peasy, love them. We're going to go this way, I think. There's so much that I want to share with you. Beautiful, we got the pinker, the Pugster pinker, butterfly bushes. We got the pink and the white. We love the whole Pugster series because, again, nice and petite. If you think of traditional butterfly bushes, they can get mammoth and huge. The Pugsters are only a 2 by 2. Semi-evergreen, so that means even in the wintertime, they're not going to go, what I say, they're not going to be naked. They will have some foliage on them. Obviously, they're not going to be blooming, but they're not going to be just sticks like a hydrangea. Zones 5 to 9. Very, very adaptable. Later on this afternoon, once the dew dries, there will be butterflies all over this, and for whatever reason, this time of year for us is a lot of monarchs. So yesterday, Jackson was out here chasing monarchs with my phone trying to get some pictures, but they are fantastic. So there's the pinker, the white. If you want more of a purple, then the amethyst is a nice light purple, kind of that lavender color. And then if you want something a little bit more intense, then we have the blue, which is up here as well. So when that truck came yesterday, we were kind of slinging plants everywhere. We've got to move some things around. Now, 2 things that I am so excited about. All right, irises. Both of these are Japanese irises. So we're going to start with this one because the foliage alone is exquisite. This is simply called a variegated Japanese iris. So it is a non-branded, just great, beautiful foliage on this thing. It does gorgeous deep purple blooms on it. Japanese irises are going to be one of the, if not the latest blooming irises, deep purple. But what's neat and what I'm going to use it for is that it likes to have wet feet, consistently moist soil. In fact, this one can actually be a little bit submerged in water. So if you have a water feature, you can put actually really kind of in the water in that growing season time. Fantastic, beautiful. Again, all the information is up on the screen. Again, if it never bloomed, you've got this gorgeous foliage. Now, The other one, right now, it's just some green foliage, right? Just brings you some interest. This is Lion King. Again, it is a Japanese iris, but the bloom on this is gorgeous. It is that bicolor of the white and the purple. It is going to be I'm trying to get the tag out, 3 to 4 feet tall. And it is going to be in zones 4 to 9. Extremely adaptable. Again, it will bloom later than your other irises, and it likes that consistently moist soil with the sun. So, oh my gosh, so excited about these. We're going to be using these in the landscape. All right, moving on. I wanted to show you, let's go this way. I wanted to show you some fun interest, because the people that have been coming to the nursery here lately are just absolutely loving this water trough. So you'll remember this water trough that we have planted it numerous times. In this year, what I did is I had it with just foliage. So these are 3 Prince Tut grasses from Proven Winners. They are annuals. It is a type of papyrus grass. So of course it loves it hot. It cannot handle frost and freezes. Again, it is a water hog. So if you put Prince Tut, there is Prince Tut, Baby Tut, King Tut. So this is kind of the middle size of the plant, of the family. If you put it in a container, you're gonna have to make sure it's a nice big pot so that it can have lots of water. The more water it gets, the bigger it grows. And then Heather, who is a fantastic part of our Creekside family, planted it up for me. We have got just a whole interest of all sorts of different things, types of like kales and sorrels and artemisia and euphorbias and violas. Lots of beautiful things in here. But this is a great example of how you can transition your pot from your spring summer planting all the way into your fall. If something looks great, leave it. Take out the stuff that doesn't look good and then replant it underneath. So this is a lot of fun. All right, moving on over here, we got in some soil and soil amendments this week. We have got plenty of the Proven Winners potting soil, so if you're going to be doing up some fall containers, this is a great thing to use. Of course, we still have our the Espoma, the Land and Sea compost. This is a great way to amend your beds going into the winter fall. So if you're about to lay down some fresh mulch or pine needles or whatever it is that you use, that's the perfect time that I love to reapply my Land and Sea. I top dress my beds with that. That way all winter it is leaching down into the soil and those roots are soaking up all those nutrients, and just absolutely love it. So we have the Land and Sea. We've got plenty of biotone. So if you are planting your fall things, perennials and shrubs, we have that. Great starter fertilizer for your roots. We had sold out, but now we have more of, this is the Black Gold Natural and Organic Ultra Outdoor Planting Mix. That is a mouthful. This is a great option for folks who have clay soil and you're looking to amend your soil when you're planting those new perennials or trees or shrubs, because not only does it have compost in it, but it has the aged pine bark fines. That provides the aeration that we need with our clay soil. So what you can do with this is you mix this in with your native soil together and then fill your hole back in, and then you can top dress. Or if you're creating a whole new bed, you can just throw this on top of the bed, and as you're planting your plants, it gets all mixed in and does fantastic. A new one that we got is the raised bed and potting mix from Black Gold. If you are looking to create new vegetable gardens, or you want to do container plantings for your herbs, your veggies, raised bed mix is a great option for you. It is the OMRI listed certified, so it is organic. This will provide everything that you need to grow beautiful, healthy vegetables in your garden. So I'm going to be using this. We already have some raised beds at the house, and I'm going to be planting some garlic for the winter. So I'm going to add this in because I need to supplement my garden boxes with it. So that's what we're going to do. All right, we're going to go this way because I want to show you this bed back here. when you come to the nursery, this is one of the beds that you're going to see pretty soon, because we created this bed either 2 or 3 years ago on this bank, because this bank has proven to be kind of tricky, because we have, in the winter especially, lots of water that comes down. It was kind of unsightly. Obviously we wanted it to make it look pretty, so we designed it to have year-round interest. So I just wanted to show you just real quickly, we have been here before. You know this, we were back here in March trimming and pruning and doing all sorts of fun things, but I just wanted to run through for some new folks to show you what we have. So this is a mix of both evergreen shrubs, flowering shrubs, perennials, annuals are in here, and I have bulbs. These are kaleidoscope abelias, fantastic evergreen shrub that is a little wider. It's not very tall. It's only like 2 to 3 feet tall, 2 to 3 feet wide. Lots of fun, interest, and color. These are doing great. And then also we have Distilliums. Distilliums are these wonderful evergreen, again, that kind of low, wispy, wide shrub. I just learned it's actually part of the witch hazel family, because in late winter it will do little tiny like fringe flowers, very much like a witch hazel on the stems. Nice deep maroon burgundy color. Those are great. In the back we have the Grand Cascade butterfly bushes. These are wonderful, beautiful, huge, massive blooms on them. Again, the butterflies, the pollinators love these, and they just are fantastic butterfly bushes. I was just sitting here thinking, because you'll notice that this is right kind of on the edge of the trees, that sometimes they start to stretch for the sun. So we're gonna have to kind of limb these guys up a little bit so that they can get more sun. And I will say that none of this bed is on irrigation. So if you don't have irrigation, you can have beautiful shrubs growing. Now, it was just yesterday I posted a picture on Instagram about our little lime hydrangeas, one of my all-time absolute favorite hydrangeas. So this is, again, little lime, so it is the miniature version of Limelight. They will be about 3 to 5 feet tall. For us in the South, they go for 5 feet tall all the time. But if you have if you're in a cooler climate, even if it gets hot during the day, but your nighttime temperatures will cool down and you're not, as hot and sticky like what we are, then your little limes and limelights will turn a beautiful pink, just like those firelight tidbits do. Our nights are so hot and humid, a lot of times our little limes and our limelights will go from that cream to the lime to the brown. So they have just a hint of the pink to them, but not a lot. So if your little limes, limelights don't turn that beautiful pink color that maybe you see online, you're not doing anything wrong. It's more about our climate and our environment rather than how you're treating your plants. So don't freak out about it. It's just a different fall look, but it's still just as equally as beautiful. So we have those throughout this whole entire bed. We have the Sunshine Ligustrums, which are the great limey green. They are evergreen shrubs in the back. Lots of fun color. And then what we do in the front, where we have the mums right now, in the summertime, we'll plant them in the spring. This is where we plant our petunias. So we'll take a hanging basket, take it out of the basket, throw it in the ground, and we have gorgeous flowers all spring, summer, early fall season. And then what we've done now is taken those out and put some mums. And just as a little gardening hack, they're not technically planted, they're still in their pots. We just kind of dug the hole out and put the pot in there. Because mums for us, we treat them as annuals, so why go to all that work? Just, fake it. Fake it till you make it. We're still waiting on the greenhouse. It's coming. But, this is one reason why we planned on doing it, having it installed this time of year as opposed to like January, because we knew that we have a nice window of opportunity. We're not stressed out that they're not here, that they're running behind. It is no big deal. We have got it. It is all good. We still have lots of pansies. We've got the cascading pansies. So the trailing pansies, if you're looking for those, we have got those. We have got hanging baskets. Let me see if I can pull one down for you here. Jenny's got to short girl problems right here. Let's see if I can get it out. There we go. All right, so again, our wonderful creative Heather took these wire cocoa lined baskets and she planted them up in just a beautiful arrangement of both pansies, violas, perennials, all sorts of fun things. Again, these baskets will be beautiful. They need probably at least, I would say, 5 hours of sun to maintain their health and vigor and their flowers so they won't stretch too long. But you can see how nice and full they are. Each basket is different. So this has the ascot rainbow in it. She has some that have lavender in them. Some of them they're just all different. So if you are local and you are looking for something fun, this would make a great gift to somebody. If you need to give a little thank you or somebody's not feeling well, take them a gift, teacher gift, whatever. All you have to do at this point is water it. But a beautiful, nice full basket, nice and something different for the fall. All right, let's see. Jerry, what else should we talk about? Got any ideas? He's not helping me. He just says go. Bless his little heart. Let's see. Let's come over here. Oh, let's talk about the camellias and the rhododendrons that I was talking about, because we have got a lot of different ones available. Now, these are all the rhododendrons, and so I will just tell you, rhododendrons, of course, these are going to be more shade-loving plants, evergreen. We have some that are white blooms, pink blooms, purple blooms, shorter to taller. Lots of just gorgeous, nice, huge blooms on them when they bloom in the late winter, early spring. Absolutely gorgeous on those. We do have available, we are starting to sell the Linton Roses. So Linton Roses, hellebore. We had gotten these in from Walter's Gardens, potted them up, and they are really starting to put on, you can see this nice bright green, lots of new growth on them. So we love the hellebore Linton Roses because they are evergreen. They are extremely low maintenance perennial. They are deer resistant because as their leaves mature, they get a nice, really tough texture to them. But they're called Linton Roses. They're not a rose at all because they are one of the earliest bloomers in your garden, a lot of times around the season of Lent. So hence the name they have gotten is Linton Rose. But they come in a ton of different colors. We have a lot of the honeymoon series from Walter's Gardens. So again, if you are local and you are looking for Linton Roses, we have got them anywhere from like almost what we call the black to the burgundy, to a light pink, to a white, all sorts of different colors. These are gonna be part shade to full shade. Fantastic to add to your garden, your shade garden, kind of as that low understory, fun pops of color. We could, not for us, but you could have snow on the ground and your Linton Roses could be blooming because they are hardy in zones 4 to 9. Extremely adaptable and diversified. I think we are going to wrap it up for today because we are starting getting very close to the nursery opening and we need to wrap it up. So as always, thank you so much for gardening with Creekside. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye, friends.